Burner is back in this new update. I'm gonna show you exactly what that means. How you can use it. Let me just go to settings. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna clear all my notifications so that when you watch this video, you have no idea what's going on and we can get started fresh together. Let's go ahead and do that. Clear all notifications. Okay, so if you don't already have Signal installed, go ahead and install it. It's not too hard. Once you've got Signal installed, go ahead and open it up. The very first time you open Signal, you have to allow access to your contacts. Allow access to your contacts and then allow access to your phone's features. Okay, it says create a new account. What I want you to do is make sure you're reconnected to either Wi-Fi or have a strong cellular connection because we're about to do something pretty major. Make sure you're connected to a strong internet source. Now once you've created an account and you've allowed all of these permissions, this is what your home screen should look like. And I am gonna walk you through what each one of these things mean, but more importantly, how to actually use Burner and what exactly it is. Alright, so this is a picture of me. Well, it's actually a picture of somebody else, but let us just pretend it's me, and these are all my chats. I have a chat with Cash App, Google Keep, YouTube, and Instagram, and this is a brand new account. So I just wanted to show you this right now so you could see exactly what you're re-looking at. We lines delete all these chats in a second, but let me go over what each one of these things mean. The top left-hand corner, that button brings you to this screen, which allows you to create a new group, create a new broadcast list, a new contact, and these three lines bring up a menu where you can go into settings. Now, what are these? This is the people that you have contacted or chatted with within the app. And what is really interesting here is that even though I just showed you that I had a chat with YouTube, if I hit this YouTube chat right here, you'll notice that there is no YouTube chat. Why is that? That is because Burner works by taking the phone number associated with your YouTube account and then allowing you to text that number. However, it does not store any of that information. So, if you want to chat with YouTube again, you have to find their number. But the only way to find their number is through the app, so it's kind of this weird loop. You have to be in the app to find the number to text them outside the app, but then once you're outside the app, you can't access those numbers anymore unless you're in the app. Does that make sense? You also have options for a contact list. You have starred contacts, you have starred groups, and starred broadcasts. Now, what does all of this mean? Well, let's say, for example, you wanted to text the YouTube number. To find the YouTube number, we'll just search for YouTube right there. And you'll notice that this is the number that's associated with my account. However, what happens when I leave this app? I have no idea what that number is. So the way that you bookmark that number so that you can find it later is by tapping the star icon. When you tap the star icon, it will save this contact as a starred contact. If I leave this app and come back into it, I can go to starred and find that contact again. So now I know exactly what number I need to text to get in touch with YouTube. Does that make sense? Another thing that you can do is you can actually create groups and broadcasts. Create a group, add some people, send a message, whatever you want to do. And then once you're in that group, if you tap that star icon, it will save that group as a starred group. And then if you ever wanted to find that group again, you would just go under starred groups and you would find that group again. Same thing with broadcasts. You can broadcast to multiple people, find their number, text them, and then save it as a starred broadcast. Now, this might seem a little confusing right now, but trust me, it's gonna make a lot of sense in a second. What I want you to do is let's just get out of here. Let's go ahead and delete these chats. Delete these chats. Okay, so now we're back to the home screen. Here's my profile, and what I want you to do is take a screenshot of this QR code. Later on, when we talk about Burner, you'll see why we took a screenshot of this QR code. Now, let's just delete this contact right here. Go back to our home screen. Now what I want you to do is let's just minimize this app right here. Okay, now let's go to Safari. We're going to go to bruiner.com. Now this is the website. Once you're on the website, I want you to log in with the same number that you signed up for with Signal. So go ahead and do that. Once you've logged in, this is what you're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video here because I think it explains it best. As you saw from the video, Burner essentially allows you to have a different phone number depending on what app you're using. So, for example, if I sign up for an account using my cell phone number and somebody texts me on that account, they'll actually be texting my burner number and I can choose what number they're texting. I can choose to be anonymous or I can choose to be known. If I'm anonymous, nobody will know what number they're texting. They'll just see an anonymous number. If I'm known, whoever is texting me will know that it's my number. Does that make sense? And then right above that is the app menu. So if you click on app menu, this is what you see. You have your number. You can change your number. You can go to the marketplace. The marketplace is where you can buy different vanity numbers. So, if you want to have a California area code, you could pay extra for that. You can go to your voicemail, you can call yourself, you can text yourself, you can have group text, you can block certain numbers, and you can activate a 3-day trial for Burner. Now, before I explain what Burner is and what the difference is between this and Signal, I want you to go ahead and scroll down here. There's a lot more stuff here. I want you to scroll all the way down and you'll see 2 more features. The 2 more features are the ability to forward your SMS messages to another device and the ability to receive text messages on a computer. This is super useful because if you want to have your text messages forwarded to a computer, you can do that. This is great for businesses. Businesses can use this to have all their messages sent to a desktop so that multiple people can respond to clients. And then the other feature is the ability to send text messages from a computer to your contacts. So instead of having to pick up your phone, you can just send text messages from your computer. Alright, so now that we've gone through the website, let's go back to the app. Now what I want you to do is I want you to swipe up and tap on this icon right here. This icon allows you to set up a burner phone. A burner phone is a temporary phone number that lasts for 3 days. Now this isn't super necessary because if you just use Signal, you can actually create a temporary number by just creating a new account. But this allows you to set up a burner phone directly from the app. So once you're on the burner screen, you're gonna see this button right here that says Buy Burner. If you tap on Buy Burner, this is where you can actually buy a longer term number. So you can go ahead and scroll through this, pick whatever area code you want, pick whatever number you want, and then you can actually purchase that number. Now, I'm not gonna do that today, but that's how you do it. You just go ahead and select your area code and your number, and you can buy it. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see a 3-day trial. You can start that 3-day trial. It will cost you 45 cents, and you can get a temporary phone number for 3 days. Now, let's just go ahead and cancel this right here. I don't want to get a temporary phone number. I just want to focus on Signal right now, so let's go ahead and cancel this. Okay, so now that we've talked about both Signal and Burner, I hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments below. But basically, you can use Signal to get a completely free number and have that number last forever. Or you can use Burner to get a temporary number that lasts for 3 days, and then you have to purchase a new one if you want to keep that number. Does that make sense? I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and as always, peace.